next meeting, May 3rd, 2023. We'll have a roll call. Victor?
Here.
John Berger?
Here.
And Melanie? Here. We have no attendees at this time, so any public comment?
I have several. Same ones you've already heard, but there's a new strain of COVID-19 called Arcturus with the apparent symptom of conjunctivitis, otherwise known as pink eye. Yeah. So if anybody, they don't have enough data to say for sure that is one, but that appears to be one. And anybody 65 or over or is immunocompromised is recommended to get a second bivalent booster. SB 411 and SB 537 about virtual meetings passed April 19th with both 6-2 votes in the Governance and Finance, California Governance and Finance Committee. They passed yesterday, May 2nd, in the Judiciary Committee. 411 passed 9-1, and 537 passed 9-2. I'm assuming they both go to the full Senate at this point, but I don't know when or for sure if that's the next step.
I think that's what it said on the email I got.
So
I think so.
Don't they conflict each
other? Well, that was the next thing. I contacted a staff member of Senator Portantino for 411 and mentioned that because they're both seeking to add the same numerical code. You know, something like 25943 or whatever the beginning of it is the same .4. And I forgot to bring the sheet of paper that actually had the code on it, so I could say that for sure. But whatever it is, it's the same code. They're both trying to add the same numerical code number. However, 411, well, two things. One, 411 got amended to the point where it is specifically for neighborhood councils now.
Right.
It is not for appointed or elected or anything like that. Originally, they were both for appointed. And at least 411 was going to be amended to add and elected, because neighborhood councils are elected, they're not appointed. That didn't happen because they narrowed it down even more and just said it's for neighborhood councils. They took out the appointed part, didn't put the elected part, and just said neighborhood councils. 537, the last amendments I saw, did not add the elected, they just left it as appointed. And 537 is more like AB 2449 with all the restrictions of how many, maximum number of times you can attend remotely, just cause, and all that stuff. I contacted the staff member of Senator Portantino, who said that what they could do is just change the code number. They could both pass, and they'll just change the number for one of them. And so one would be, this is my interpretation. One could be .4, the other could be .5. And so they could both pass, both be enacted, and they're not conflicting because they would be different code numbers.
Right, but
so we'll see
which one would you have to abide by then, though? Because 547 is restricted.
One is for neighborhood councils, the other is for appointed. Neighborhood councils are not appointed. So in my opinion, that should be enough to say
and is that
neighborhood councils go to 411 and appointed go to 537.
And is that going to be
what elected, hybrid? But not neighborhood councils do.
Hybrid or going back to Zoom.
As
a board, we can vote.
They both have to do with going back to virtual meetings.
So we can still stay at regular in-person meetings and have a hybrid.
You could.
It would be up to the board to vote once these things go through.
As currently written,
I hope they don't. I actually
as currently
like
written for neighborhood councils would have to vote with a 2/3 majority to go with this particular, with 411.
Yeah, I don't know. It's nice to see the people again.
I see people just fine looking on a screen.
The problem is, John, if we have to have I think it's important. I get with the in-person thing, but I think part of the problem is if COVID breaks out again, we need the option to be able to go hybrid or go virtual again if we need to.
Right, and I understand that. That's fine.
And if you look at with the email, I get emails periodically for the number of cases and number of deaths and stuff like that. And since they removed the emergency order restrictions, they've trended upward.
Yeah.
The cases, I don't know about the deaths.
Where is
cases.
Yeah, but see, like
2,000-3,000.
Oh no, at Torrance Memorial, they're still
So
normal. I mean, he only had. My wife said the other day they only had 5 cases.
I'm just.
Yeah, I know. I'd like to
I
know where it's
think
at.
this is LA County, so it's everywhere, not just one hospital.
I still have this thing where I don't know if I believe half of the shit that with this COVID and stuff. I mean, I mean, my daughter, not one shot.
Well, and
some people have stronger immune systems than others.
No, that's true, and
it's individual per person what it affects. You've got like your son, or me. We're much more predisposition to COVID than somebody else.
Too, but I've done the shots, the boosters and everything.
Well, and it, even if the obvious visual precaution is the masks, and when they started requiring that or recommending it or whatever you want to call it, COVID's not the only thing that went down. Regular common cold went down.
Flu.
Yeah.
And the flu. So, speaking of which, why aren't you wearing your mask? But okay. Yeah, I almost did too.
What?
Okay, so, and the last thing is the Vincent Thomas Bridge deck replacement, virtual public meeting or presentation is tomorrow evening.
What is?
The Vincent Thomas Bridge deck replacement.
There's
public
presentation.
presentation.
Tomorrow, and there's
starts at 5:30, and there is, I verified it before I left, there is a box, in fact it's the very first one on the left, on our website. So that's where you can find the information to when it is, how to log in, and stuff like that.
Okay.
And that is all I have, unless I think of something else.
Alrighty. So the first item is the MER. It's the 3rd of the month, so we do not have the MER because it doesn't generate until the 7th.
Yep.
So that will have to go to the board. And the second is the budget. So.
Oh, do you have another?
Yep. Sorry. Here you go. Here's the whole packet. So the next is the budget. So what I did here on the budget, things that had already completed, I zeroed them out and moved them into unallocated funds. Like the movie from last time had leftover funds. The elections had leftover funds.
Things that are passed that had leftover.
That had money left.
Okay.
Yeah, and zeroed them out because they're completed. I added the name tags and the virtual office supplies in there. I took audio services and reduced the amount that's there down to what we're going to need to pay him, and use that money to put in for the 600 to allocate name tags and all of that. And then also whatever was left went down into unallocated to kind of move some stuff down that we aren't going to need. But other than that, the food for the meeting is still there. And that leaves $8,487.88 for unallocated funds. So that way, at this point, we can, with stuff that's being, at this meeting, allocated, it'll bring it down a little bit, but...
So the 8,400 we'll use to get the box?
Well, it's for the movie, the money for the movie, the money for the Pride event, and the box are all going to have to come out of that.
Yeah.
And then next meeting, we need to have conversation, if Chris can get me all the stuff that I need, about laptop and projector.
Now,
what do you want to get out of this?
that projector?
Well,
I read some.
I was talking with Octaviano yesterday about is it okay to go hybrid or not, and he confirmed what you said, that, and so did Thomas. But one additional, and confirmed that we're not supposed to be doing hybrid yet.
No.
Because the city council hasn't approved it.
Right.
But one thing he did say is that, and this, well, it really isn't part of this, but we can't, but it kind of folds into what you were saying about getting the equipment.
Right. And that's
what some neighborhood councils have been doing is sending proposed ways that they're going to do it themselves to either done or to the city attorney to verify that what they're doing, here's the equipment we're going to get, here's where we're going to do it, and all that stuff, to verify what they're doing is legal and okay to do. But hasn't made that known to anybody except when the neighborhood councils approach them and say, hey, can we do this? And I told him, you should be sending that out to everybody.
Yeah.
Right,
saying,
but
if you want to do
the money that she's talking about,
it's just equipment to get ready.
it's just the
right. No. What I'm saying.
Well,
what I'm saying
I know
is
that, but
some of them are getting their own equipment.
Right.
And this
But
is
in this
one thing
situation,
that we
we're
can
talking
do.
about a new laptop and a new projector.
Because the projector, we can't even do presentations right now because ours is obsolete.
Oh, is that why
Yeah,
Christina had
there's
hers?
problems with it.
No,
so-
Christina didn't have hers.
We projected on the screen at the board
You
meeting.
projected the
That was
guy.
somebody
That was the
else's.
guy from. That was Glenn. That was his
Glenn from
projection.
Clearwater's
Oh,
projector.
that was his.
That was
Okay.
his.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we, the
I didn't
laptop,
know.
and then the laptop has
Gone.
grown legs and God knows where it is.
Yeah, I remember you talking
It's
about
scooted,
It's
skedaddle.
scooted. So I think what we have to do is get.
that. You have to sign it.
I'm
John,
gonna bring my
we-
laptop
You
to
gotta
this
sign it.
for Monday to
Right,
try
but
it
that
because
doesn't
I have a
solve
U.
our
Yeah,
laptop
but
problem.
I got an
They have to-
HDMI cable.
How are we going to get it to the screen?
With the Epson works. It still works. We couldn't plug into it.
But it's
Oh,
not going to be compatible for
The new one.
a new computer,
Yeah.
number one, and number two, it's not going to be compatible to do,
It's HDMI connector?
yeah, but
Why
it's
isn't it
so,
compatible?
because
That's all it
it's
comes with.
old.
It's an old system.
It's
that came out.
old and its software is really old.
But
and-
HDMI is still a current cable, so why
It
can't you
is,
use the
because
new
it's
laptop?
not-
My laptop has it. Hers didn't.
It's
No.
not going to fit the specs, though, of a new computer, number one, and number two, for the software, as well as to be able to virtually use it for hybrid.
Well, maybe not for hybrid.
Yeah.
So
Right,
we
so
need
we
to
But,
need
get
to get
but
it.
HDMI
We
is
need
standard,
to get
so as long as the
equipment that's
laptop
gonna
has
be
it,
able
that
to-
should work.
Right, no, but this is preparing for hybrid.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so if we have the laptop, we'll just get, and there's a nice Epson I found, and we both talked about it, and I read some more.
$426
Yeah,
for it.
but
Okay.
it will, what did I
But-
say, 300 inches?
Is it 300
So
inches?
it's-
yeah.
It'll open up to a
Right,
300
and then
screen
the
clear.
laptop, I've looked at several, and it looks, it's anywhere from $1,000 to $1,300 for a laptop.
Well, well, depends on the specs, but yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Because you can get them.
because we're looking at a terabyte,
You can-
and also that has a fast processor,
Yeah, I was
as
gonna say,
well as
you can
an
get them for,
HDMI.
you can get them for, well, HDMI is pretty standard though, I don't
No,
understand.
it's not.
Yeah, they are, on
On
laptops.
laptops?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why doesn't all of the other ones have them?
Hers is old.
Oh, okay.
She said it's an older unit she had. Mine hasn't, mine's 4
Okay.
years old. And
HDMI is pretty standard.
If you ever noticed, I don't have a DVD player.
I don't.
That was the year, 4 years ago, they stopped putting them on. You have HDMI and then you have the port for the Cat 5, and on this side, 2 USB.
Cat 5 or 6?
6, yeah.
Okay, so anybody want to move the budget?
Well, I'll move it.
None of that, well, real quick, none of the laptop stuff is on here yet, right?
No.
No,
Okay, I'll
because
second.
I need to have all of the proposals.
Okay, I didn't know how
put
much,
together.
I didn't know how much you had. I second.
But, second, Vic?
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
No, I have to have all the proposals, it's gotta go to executive board and then come
okay,
back to us
okay.
again. So,
That's fine.
what I'm thinking is
And then
that-
figure out how to tell those people that they're walking away. That's gonna be fun.
Well, I
It's
found
all
out
this,
too, I checked
city
to find
clerk.
out about what we have to do.
They know all
There's
about
a
it.
sheet that I have to fill out that states that the inventory is missing.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
whatever Dunn does with it
Yeah.
from there.
See, Vic,
Okay.
she has a list of all the board, the
It's-
cables, the mic, and so the city clerks have that. They have it on file.
Because the city,
Yeah.
city clerk's office came here and inventoried
Got
all
it
of our
counted.
stuff, so they have it.
Oh, the other thing you said was we needed a printer?
No,
No?
Not right
I thought
now.
you said that.
no.
Well,
No,
Christina would like a
talked-
different one,
Would
but,
like a different one, but right
Oh,
now.
Christina was the one, okay.
Yeah,
because I don't think the one she has prints, for us, prints
I
two-sided.
think we're gonna have to wait on that.
For other NCs that she works with, they have, I think it prints two-sided, but she was telling me that she didn't know if ours would, and the ink situation is,
It just doesn't
Annoying
print
to
color.
Or,
It
yeah.
prints black, it's
Oh, really?
fine. The color doesn't work, but it does two-sided, she said, and it
Oh, it
prints
does?
black.
Okay,
But it doesn't do color. So
Alright.
all the color stuff would have to be done on a different printer.
Yeah.
But for right now,
yeah,
that is fine. She
Oh.
just needs more toner, and that's what I've got to buy.
Right.
But she's supposed to get me what it is, unless, I don't know, unless she wants to invoice me for it, and we just pay for it, and she get it herself.
Oh.
Which is another option, but,
Which is- well, that's probably easier.
right.
Since she has it, she has the printer and knows what it should be, so it's probably easier to do it that way. That way there's no guessing.
So the next thing is going to be the moving the park. So we have the minutes, we have the flyer, a prototype flyer. This won't be the exact flyer, but this is a prototype. And then the budget. And then this is for the invoice for Swank for the movie.
Oh, that's right.
At least it stayed the same.
That's where you get the 480 and the 30 from, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, the 30 is the round trip. Remember last year when they sent us the movie it still had a return UPS thing in it.
Yeah,
So we put it back in the same box and then Selena shipped it off. Or did you do it?
Okay. So motion to approve the movie in the park, Puss in Boots for June 10th, 2023. Who wants to move
well,
that?
that's, all we're doing is approving that there's money available.
Yeah. Oh, to approve $800.
We're not approving the event,
Yeah.
we're just approving
Well,
that there's
both.
money.
We're doing both.
Once they approve the thing with the events
Yeah.
approved.
Well, yeah,
Right.
but
Once the $800 is
this
approved.
committee's job isn't to approve the event.
Right, but in a sense, we still approve the event because we're the
Yeah.
one, I'm the one that submits for the event. The city clerk actually approves the event. We're approving the use of funds as well as that they submitted all of their paperwork
Right.
to get the event.
Yeah. And once she sends us the email saying it's been approved, then
Then
we know that.
I can pay
Yeah.
this as well as,
You want a motion?
yeah, so
And
I
I'll
need
second
a,
it.
No, but I'll move it.
Move it?
I move.
Move it.
I'm not going to motion it, but I will move that we approve the allocation of the $800, I believe it is,
Yep.
for the movie in the park.
And then I'll do that number 2 thing.
Second, John. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Oh my goodness.
Hey, do we want to take any bets? Do we want to take any bets on
Probably not.
Monday?
Yeah. So, next one is the Pride event. And this is $1,000 for sponsorship for an event that's going to be June 17th. It has to be paid for by June 1st. The money to get the table and the sponsorship branding and all that. This is the flyer that'll go with it. And the same minutes are here
Yeah, I saw
for
that.
that also. So motion to approve $1,000 to sponsor Pride. Well, it's actually co-sponsor Pride event.
Somebody motion it?
Who else
Is it?
is?
Well, there's lots of others. They're the actual
Oh.
sponsor of the event. Bridge City Alliance is actually the sponsor.
Yeah, they're
And so we would be a co-sponsor. Motion to approve $1,000 co-sponsor Pride event. I'll move that. Anybody want a second?
second.
John?
You did right.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Let me ask a question. The drag brunch, is that lunch with them or?
Yeah,
is
I
that-
think so.
They drag it?
12 to 2. It's just they'll have food and all that there, I
So
think.
they, because of the
Yeah.
pride, they call it
Yeah.
drag.
They go catch it and they drag it in?
Yeah, they drag it in.
Yeah. So the next thing, this is out of executive board committee, so this falls under committees. You know, anything out of money requests from committees, this came from executive board.
Right.
And this is to approve $245 for the Anvil case,
And
Anvil case, to store all of the electrical, the power cords and everything else for the mics, the
Anvil?
mic cords.
Anvil, it's an anvil case, ANVIL.
there's an L?
Yeah, it's an anvil
Yeah.
case, yeah.
Where's the L? In fact, I don't even see the ANVI.
That's because this one's made by ProX.
Yeah.
But all of these are called anvil cases.
They're Pro X
To
roll.
approve $245 for ANVIL case,
Well, because it was on the other one as ANVI, so that's why I was wondering.
mic, cords, and audio equipment.
So it really doesn't have, they don't have any kind of Wi-Fi in here, that's,
Well, then use data. Yeah, I found.
Currently in canvas bags and duffel. Okay, so a motion to approve $245 for Anvil case for mic cords and audio equipment, currently in bags and duffel.
I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Yeah, it was spelled wrong on what was sent to me for the executive committee agenda. It was?
No, I believe it, yeah.
900.
And it also is in all caps.
I like to see this one was deeper.
This is what I received. ANVI, all caps.
Anby?
Yep.
Yeah, Anvil.
Guess who that came from?
I figured this would be nicer. It's got the sliding handle and everything. And all the new cases have tabs.
Yeah.
We can lock
And
it.
we can lock it, we can put a lock on it, as well as, it has wheels
We
on
could
it
actually
too,
have.
so it's
Yeah,
easier.
it's got two wheels on the
And
end, on
so
one
you can
end.
just pull it.
And pull the handle out. So it's nice.
Well, it's like suitcases too.
You know, look, I took all that stuff home then.
No, don't get started on that.
Let me tell you something. Everything was shoved underneath
Oh,
the
yeah.
board.
Yeah,
Mics that, I'm telling you.
and it's gonna ruin the soundboard.
You know, so we took it all out and everything, and then, you know, he had a hard time with that. I've got the timer. I just put batteries in it, and I'm gonna hang it and test it again. I don't know why he was having a hard time. It worked for me. I showed him the buttons. I think
Maybe you should hold it and do it
You
over
gotta
there.
be close.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Well,
I tried that.
Maybe he wasn't close enough, I don't know.
Well, I'm thinking, what if I give it to you, the control, and you do it if you're gonna sit on that end?
I could try it, as
Okay.
long as I know how to work it.
I'll show you. It's pretty easy. I mean,
It's pretty easy. I even
I mean,
figured
to-
out how to turn it on and use it.
Yeah.
I mean,
When I was over
turn it
there.
on, set the particular time, reset it,
yeah. That's all.
Yeah.
Once you set it, then you do
start
it.
it, stop it.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
So that's it.
So we approve this too? Everything?
Yep, that's good to go, 3-0. So at this time, that's all the motions we have for money. So we'll adjourn the meeting
How do
at
we do
what
how are
time
we
is it?
doing with,
It is 5:58 p.m.
5:58 PM.
okay, so then.